Snapchat may be to blame for one accident in which a teenager was driving way above the speed limit, hit another driver, causing him severe brain damage. This might be, if you're not familiar with Snapchat, there is a filter in which it inserts a miles per hour or whatever speed you're moving while you are taking the snap. This may be considered dangerous, and that is what the lawyers are arguing in this case. With Crystal McGee, this happened in September when she was 18 years old. She was driving down a Georgia highway with 3 passengers and wanted to use the Snapchat filter with the miles per hour being shown. Apparently, her phone reported 113 miles per hour before she collided with a driver named Wentworth Maynard, who was an Uber driver. And this did cause him severe brain damage. He turned out fine, though, well enough at least to Snapchat from the back of the ambulance. Yeah, so it's kind of hard to feel any amount of sympathy for this, at least from my point of view. Christina, what are your thoughts?
Sorry, it's going to take me a minute to get over that. Here's the thing, Snapchat does have this filter. I don't have Snapchat. Do you have Snapchat?
I have it on my phone, but I don't use it.
Okay, so
it's not something I care for.
I've been told that there is a warning that says, please do not use this while you are driving or while you are on a vehicle. People use it to take pictures on planes and in cars, but as passengers. The fact that this kid was driving with 3 passengers and risking her life and those, and of the others, exactly, going that fast, and still somehow manages to Snapchat from the ambulance. I mean, it's insane.
What it shows is a lack of respect to consequences. I mean, especially if you're lying in the back of an ambulance and you know you've hurt someone badly.
She suffered severe brain damage, was in coma.
No, he did.
Oh, he did.
She's actually fine.
Exactly. He suffered severe brain damage, permanent brain damage. He was in coma for over a week. And it's reckless, it's stupid, and yet who is to blame? I think that's really what we're getting down to here is the app encouraging this behavior, this reckless driving, and are they to blame at all, or is it just the individual's fault facilitating it?
According to Maynard's lawyers, yeah, they are seeking damages from McGee herself and also Snapchat, which they allege facilitated McGee speeding with the really, really stupid speed filter. So with this speed filter, whose fault is it? Is it Snapchat's for enabling her or showing her that she could do this, or is it her fault for acting irresponsibly and selfishly without regard? I'm leaning toward it's her fault, though. Would she have done this without the Snapchat?
I agree. I think maybe it's not black or white, right? Yeah. It's not binary. It's maybe in part both parties' fault. I do think that an app like Snapchat, which is so geared towards young people, could be encouraging or facilitating this kind of behavior. But at the same time, I think it's the individual's fault because you have Snapchat, and I highly doubt that you're driving home Snapchatting while you're driving at over 100 miles an hour. Exactly. Never speed on a freeway where the limit is 50 with other people.
I mean, you could also blame like reckless, youthful abandon, which is. And then you could also blame, I guess, culturally, a lot of people put too much, they do it for the snap, they do it for the Vine, and a lot of these are really stupid things. We've seen people fall off buildings because they were getting selfies from a very dangerous, precarious spot and die. Is this more of a societal problem? Or, I think at this point for me, it's the individual's responsibility to not act recklessly or stupidly or endanger other people's lives. So I'm leaning toward this is McGee. But you can't deny that the Snapchat, it's part of it.
Well, there's no policy in place yet for things like this with these organizations, and we're oversaturated by these apps and these programs and these new tools that we use to document our lives and share it and post it and be social.
Yeah,
and
but
yet,
you have a pretty substantial Instagram following. I don't think I've ever seen you do anything that endangered anyone's life.
Hopefully not, and hopefully if that ever were the case, that I were doing something slightly reckless, I would hope that it wouldn't. I don't know. I just wouldn't do it. I guess I was going on a tangent there, trying to be.
That's your personal level of responsibility, which is I would never get someone else's life in danger for this picture.
But I'm not a 15-year-old or 16-year-old, 18. I'm not an 18-year-old trying to impress her 3 friends. Like I guess it's a lot of it is the individual's responsibility, but I also think we just haven't found the rules and the policies to put in place with these apps that say, actually, you know what, this is encouraging the youth to be reckless. Let's not have it in place, or it's like having breathalyzers installed in your car, or that seatbelt thing that doesn't let you move until you have your seatbelt in, or are those our responsibility as well?
I mean, when you look at other apps like Waze, if you're moving while you're using Waze, it'll say, hey, you're not supposed to use this while you're moving. Can you signify that you're the passenger, not the driver? And you have to say like yes and go through all of that. So is it the app's responsibility to put on, more safeguards to say, hey, don't do this? Or, I mean, you're right though. There isn't a lot of legal precedent for this, and it's a lot of figuring it out or applying different statutes that maybe were more relevant for an older age and not necessarily for the current situation or the best to handle the current situation. It's certainly a lot of gray area. Snapchat has not responded publicly to these claims yet or this lawsuit, so we do not know where they stand. Audience, I'm putting it up to you. Do you think Snapchat is at fault for this, or do you think this all falls to McGee? Or is it maybe a mix? What should happen for this case, and what should happen for the future? Let us know everything you think about this below in the comments, and please like and subscribe for more.